Welcome into the LakePoint Sports Show. Cory, McCartney, Symone, Stanley coming to you after an extremely busy summer here on campus.
A very busy summer between Prep Baseball Report and all of our baseball events and Rise Hoops with the basketball events. Playmaking was definitely the theme of the summer.
Yeah, and we're going to talk to a couple of those playmakers. I'm going to chat up Aiden Sims, a 2024 right-hander out of Forney High School in Texas. Symone's going to talk to Jalen Carruth, a 2022 guard.
And before we get into those conversations, let's first look at some of the top plays from the summer here on campus.
Symone, some great moments there. Cannot wait to see what the fall schedule brings. We've got a big one coming. Of course, the Fall Flex Weekend, September 17th to the 19th, but kind of getting a little bit ahead of myself there. This is about the summer playmakers. Let's hear from one of them. Here's Aiden Sims, 2024 right-hander, an uncommitted player out of Texas.
So just a week into the school year, that comes after an exhausting baseball summer for you. It included the PBR Future Games, the area code games. You're a little bit removed from it now. What did you maybe learn about yourself as a pitcher amid this hectic schedule this summer?
I need some time off. I threw a lot over the summer and my arm just felt fatigued down towards the end. And it's going to be a good time in the fall to let my arm heal and just hit.
The attention obviously has elevated. You made the all future games team, a very impressive showing on the mound at LakePoint Sports. You remain uncommitted. What has the recruiting process been like for you before this summer, and what's it like now?
Before this summer, there was not very many colleges, but this summer I got a lot more recognition because I improved a lot over last summer. I mean, I was only throwing like 83 last summer, topping 83. This summer I'm throwing 88. A lot more colleges have looked into me, and just it's a lot better.
What are you looking for in a school? I mean, is there kind of a checklist that you go through in terms of what you want to study, you know, the conference you want to play in? Is there anything that, you know, these are the things that I need before I make my commitment?
Yeah, I want a good coaching staff. They know how to develop pitchers really well. They send a bunch of people to the draft, and just coaching that's what I want. I just want a good group of coaches that can teach me the most.
Do you have any kind of a timetable? I mean, obviously there's no rush, but do you have any kind of a personal timetable in terms of, okay, but I really want, before this happens, I want to be committed somewhere?
No, I'm just taking it slow right now. I'm seeing what my options are and letting things play out.
One positive thing, though, is when you finally commit, people will stop asking you about your commitment process.
Yeah.
I mentioned an impressive showing in the feature games. Then you went on to throw in the area code games. There you threw 3 innings with 5 strikeouts and a walk, but you also gave up an inside the park home run. And I only bring that up because setbacks are obviously, you know, part of the game when you're on the mound. How do you handle the mental side of pitching when things maybe aren't working in your favor that day or that inning or that at bat?
And if your defense isn't behind you, I guess just try to place your pitches better, strike them out, so there's not an opportunity for your defense to make an error. And if they make an error, then so what? Just get the next hitter.
I mean, do you have a way though that you kind of get into each game? Is there kind of, I know some guys that have, routines that they go through before, they go out and pitch. Do you have anything along those lines? Is there an Aiden Sims approach to getting ready for a start in terms of, how you're going to go out there each time and this is the way that you get things done?
I usually take a jog out to center field, and like before a whole team is ever stretching, take a jog to center. Usually do my bands and then some weighted balls, and then I really stretch my legs after I do all that, and then a couple arm circles, arm stretches, and I get loose with my catcher, and then we throw a long toss, and then we wait like 5-10 minutes, and I get in the pen, and then I'm ready.
When do you know that how your stuff's going to work that day? Can you tell in a bullpen, or is it one of those things where it's not until I get on the mound and maybe I start seeing how I'm able to kind of play around the plate against a batter that you really know where your stuff's at that day?
Well, usually whenever I throw bad in the bullpen, like everything's everywhere, it's usually a pretty good day. But I mean, it really depends on where my fastball is. If it's bad, then it's going to be a good day on the mound.
So certainly, I'm sure you follow Pitching Ninja. So you've seen the way that kind of social media helps people in terms of growing as a pitcher. Certainly, coaches can influence you, but outside of coaches, where do you kind of find influence as a pitcher?
In my family, I mean, they pay a lot of money into this, and I want to make it somewhere. So they've indeed a lot of their time and effort in me. So I can't just go waste it.
Well, the scouting report says you have command of 4 pitches in the zone. If you had to rank those pitches on, terms of what you can get out of them, what would that ranking be?
Slider number 1 for I can throw at any count. 4-seam for number 2, curveball number 3, and then changeup number 4. Mostly to lefties. I usually don't throw it to righties, so I just flash it every once in a while.
You throw 2 different breaking balls. The fastball is inching toward 90. Do you have a favorite out pitch?
I usually like the high fastball, 0-2, just up near the letters, and hopefully they swing at it.
So I know you've got a ball with you. Can you take us through your pitch grips and maybe talk about those little nuances and those little twists or whatever that you have when it comes to the way you grip the ball?
Yeah. For my 4-seam, it's usually just I like to get it on these where my fingers bend right here. I get it right there, and I like to connect these 2 fingers right here so I can really get extended out, and I just let it roll off the end of my fingers. I usually get a blister every time I pitch because I just let it roll off my finger so much, off my ring finger, middle finger, and it just flies. And then slider, I used to throw my slider like this, but that was a pretty good one, but I changed it to where it's like how you hold the 2-seam, but you just move your fingers down, and I put my middle finger on this little horseshoe right here, and I hug my pointer finger up against to it, and then my thumb is just right in this seam, and I just throw it like a fastball, and it just moves more than my fastball, and a little bit softer or a little bit harder than my curveball, a little bit softer than my fastball. And then curveball, it's just like the slider, but I just roll my fingers down more. Instead of the horseshoe being on my thumb, the horseshoe's on it's still my thumb, but it like disconnects, and then I hug it on the other side of the ball with my ring finger, and then these 2 fingers are connected, and it's more of like a 12-6. I just throw it. It's really slow. I mean, not very fast, just keep them on their toes. And then for my changeup, I put my ring finger on the right lace and my middle finger on the left lace. And then I just relax the other hands wherever they lay. And I pronate a lot on this pitch. It's like I used to throw a two-seam, but it hurts my arm, so I just throw this now, and it works a lot better than my two-seam did. It goes to the right a lot more than my two-seam, and it has downward action, unlike my two-seam.
Wade, that's some fantastic stuff. Obviously, a very hectic schedule for you. Wishing you all the best as you, look forward to your recruitment in another season of high school baseball. Thank you much for the time.
All right, you're welcome.
That was great stuff. We can't wait to see where Aiden commits here soon. Next, let's hear from Jalen Carruth. Jalen is a class of 2022 guard who played with the Atlanta Celtics last summer. The Atlanta Celtics were the Rise Hoops Battle for Georgia title winners after Jalen Carruth knocked down 20 points in the second half to bring the Atlanta Celtics back from a 20-point deficit against Atlanta Express. And Jalen Carruth gives us a behind-the-scenes look of the conversation him and his team were having on the bench when those guys were trying to build that comeback. So, Jalen, now that travel season has come to an end, what is your day-to-day like for you now that you're not traveling everywhere, playing basketball tournaments every weekend?
I've had a lot of free time. I've definitely been in the gym more, about 2-3 times a day, lifting weights and, getting as much work in as possible to get ready for my high school season.
So what are you focusing in on when you're in the gym, especially a guy who's really has his game built on your speed, shiftiness, athleticism? You don't want to put too much weight on. So what are you focusing on when you're in the gym?
Definitely ball handling. Ball handling is the most important thing I've been working on right now. And definitely, getting my body right, especially for college and not high school, for upcoming high school season. But ball handling is definitely something that I've been working on nonstop.
So you think that's the most underrated part of your game right now?
Definitely. I'm able to create, especially pick and rolls and different types of situations in the game. So that's definitely something I've been working on.
So you had an extremely exciting travel season this past summer with the Atlanta Celtics. A lot of scouts really defined you as a stock riser this past summer. What part of your game do you think got better this summer?
Definitely my shooting. I've always been known as like a knockdown shooter. I've always, been known as a guy that can shoot the ball. And I've definitely done a lot of other things, playing with high energy, rebounding, getting my other teammates involved. Defensively, I've been, known as like the primary defender on the Celtics. So that's something that I've been working on and getting better at.
What was the most memorable part of your this past season with the Atlanta Celtics?
Definitely our championship game against Atlanta Express. We didn't have a really good first half. We ended up being down by 20, even 20 plus. So just being able to, be the high energy player and the guy that was getting everybody involved and helping my team get the win.
So you mentioned that you guys were down 20 points going into the second half of the Battle for Georgia against the Atlanta Express. You guys played the game before against Team Huncho. You guys played from behind there as well. What was going on with the team? Why were y'all getting into that kind of funky rhythm of having to come dig in the hole coming from behind?
Mostly just slow starts. The team coming out, they hit a couple shots, especially Team Huncho. They came out, hit a couple shots, and we were missing a couple. We had a transition defense was something we had to work on. But, we picked it up later in the first quarter. And the second quarter, we picked it up, but we ended up fighting back. And it was a very high energy game. We knew everybody. Everybody was close personally from both teams. So it was definitely a personal game, and glad we came out and got the win.
So what was the conversation like on the bench? After you guys came back from Team Huncho, of course, you had more confidence playing from behind against Atlanta Express, but what's the conversation between you and the guys when you're down by 20 going into the second half?
And it's crazy. Definitely being down by 20, it's not fun. You have to fight from behind. It's very hard. You gotta, especially playing 2-3 games in a day, it's hard on your body and stuff like that. So, we had to find a way to bring the energy. We had to find a way to pick it up, find a way to hit shots, knock down shots when we're tired. We got a way to play hard.
So was it the coach? Was it a particular player that was keeping you guys motivated?
Yeah, we have a couple high energy players on our team, like Jamil Rida and he's definitely a big one for us. He's always high energy. He's always getting in, looking to create for others. And Devin Barnes and Dylan Williams, our point guards, they always looking to create. They're always looking to get in the gaps and find open teammates, and we knock down shots. And, everybody on our team is pretty much collectively high energy. Deontay Bass, Caleb Banks, my whole team, just everybody on my team collectively, we all bring it and we all fight to the end, and we got it done.
And how important do you think that experience is going to be for you, playing in such a high intensity game, being able to show your focus, being able to show how you're able to lock in and control on and sticking to your game? How is that going to be important for you when you're going on to the next level, when you get to college basketball, especially tournament time, when it's one and done, single elimination tournament?
That's big. That's definitely big. I think for all of us, not only me, just everybody knowing their role and playing together and playing as a team. And, that's definitely something that we've been working on, just coming together as a team, playing for us. And I feel like in college, that's very big. They're big on family. They're big on, sticking together, playing for each other. And that's something we've been working on.
That's awesome. And how is it for you? I know summer basketball, AAU basketball is really intense. How is it for you playing on a team with such a talented team, especially when a lot of you guys are getting looks from multiple schools, getting offers from multiple teams? You want to still be a team player, but you still also want to show those coaches and those scouts in the gym what you have.
Yeah, definitely. I feel, going into the live period, you definitely have to just play your game. Everybody on our team, we have our own unique games, and it kind of gels with each other. Our point guard, they get in the lane and create. Our forwards, they rebound, push the ball. We all can dribble. So, we rebound, push the ball, we box out, make sure we play hard, and just play your game. Don't try to do too much. I don't think anybody on our team really did too much. They didn't get beside themselves, and they kept their egos in check, and everybody did good. And we got our wins, so.
And what part of your game do you think is going to translate the easiest to the collegiate level?
My shooting ability. I believe, I'm able to get my shot off very quickly. I'm able to create for myself, creating my jump shot. And I'm definitely able to create my own jump shot, and I'm definitely able to, play with high energy. My rebounding definitely, and my ability to create for others will definitely translate to the collegiate level.
We can't wait to see. So do you have a timetable on your commitment coming into your senior year? Is there a certain day, a certain month that you have in mind when you want to lock down a commitment?
Not a certain day, I would say. I'm looking definitely to commit during my senior year, to a program that fits me and is the best fit for my family and I. And yeah, just a staff that trusts me, a staff that believes in me is going to help me push me to get better every day and get to the next level.
And you currently have 4 offers from HBCU programs. Do you see yourself taking your talents to a Black college?
Yes, they're definitely, I consider everybody that's recruiting me, offers interest. I consider everyone. I'm thankful for all the coaches that have reached out, all the coaches that have offered, all the coaches that stay in contact with me, and I definitely build a relationship even on a personal level. I'm appreciative of all of them. And HBCUs, they're definitely something that I've been looking at, and I consider everybody equal.
And you currently have an offer from Clemson as well. What do you like about the ACC basketball culture?
ACC, it's a great conference. Clemson is a great school. Their staff is very, they deal, how would I say this? They definitely talk to me as, they build a relationship. They've been building relationships since freshman year. And, there's a great program, great players, great coaches. And yeah, I love the program.
Lastly, what are you looking forward to the most your senior season coming up? What do you think will be the most challenging part? What do you think will be the most anticipated part for you?
Just being able to win. I'm definitely big on winning, big on building a family environment. And, I feel like with the school I choose, I will definitely be, just a part of the family, ready to learn, ready to win, and ready to contribute to my team.
That's awesome. Well, we can't wait to see what you do. Of course, your senior season coming up, your collegiate years coming up as well. I'm Symone Stanley, joined by Jalen Carruth. Thank you guys so much for joining us. That was great stuff from Jalen. We can't wait to see where he commits now that he's entering into his senior season of basketball. Now, let's get into the moment you have to see from this summer.
Yeah, everybody loves walk-offs, right? But we always think about walk-off bombs, walk-off hits. What can beat a walk-off bunt? Nelson Baseball School got back to fundamentals to do exactly that. Let's let Harrison's Jake Walling take it from there.
That was definitely one of the summer's most unforgettable plays, and we can't wait to see what the fall holds now.
Yeah, going to be a busy schedule, but this was all about the summer and all about the playmakers. Appreciate Jalen Carruth and Aiden Sims joining us. I'm Cory McCartney. That's Symone Stanley. Remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, be a champion in every walk of life.